What is going on, basketball fans, and welcome back to NBA GOAT News. Last night, the Orlando Magic took on the Indiana Pacers in an absolute thriller that came down to the wire. Orlando ended up edging out the Pacers 119 to 115. Now let's start with the man of the hour, Paolo Banchero. Banchero put on a career-best performance, dropping a massive 50 points, along with 13 rebounds and 9 assists. He even tied Tracy McGrady's franchise record with 37 points in the first half alone. Banchero had the crowd on their feet all night and showed why he's one of the most exciting young talents in the league. Now, it wasn't just Paolo out there. Jalen Suggs stepped up big, scoring 25 points and dishing out 7 assists. And shout out to Mo Wagner off the bench. He added a solid 14 points, including a clutch dunk that came from a crucial Banchero steal when the Magic really needed momentum. The Pacers didn't go down without a fight. After trailing by 13, they went on a massive 22-3 run in the third quarter, led by Pascal Siakim's 26-point and Tyrese Halliburton's near triple-double. They fought hard, but a cold fourth quarter, including 0 free throw attempts, ultimately cost them the game. The Nuggets came out victorious in an intense 127-125 showdown, overcoming a 15-point deficit thanks to a monster performance from the Joker. The reigning Finals MVP was unstoppable, dropping 40 points, including 7 critical points in overtime. But that's not all. Jamal Murray was also clutch, sending the game into overtime with a reverse layup in the final second of regulation. Talk about a big-time play for Murray. Toronto fought hard. RJ Barnett, in his season debut after a shoulder injury, put up 20 points and almost had the game-winning play in overtime. But his three-pointer missed, and both Ochai Agbaji and Jakob Poeltl couldn't tip it in at the buzzer. Scotty Barnes was also a standout for the Raptors, just shy of a triple-double with 21 points, 12 boards, and 9 assists, before a nasty elbow to the eye took him out in the late fourth. And things got heated. Barnes had a tense moment with Russell Westbrook after a hard foul, resulting in a flagrant on Westbrook and technicals on both Barnes and Aaron Gordon, who stepped in. Definitely added some spice to the game. Overall, a huge night for Joker and the Nuggets. Boston faced off against the Bucks in a thriller last night, which ended with Boston taking the win 119 to 108. Starting off with Boston, Jaylen Brown had a monster night, dropping 30 points. And how about Peyton Pritchard? He came off the bench and was absolutely lights out from beyond the arc, hitting 8 three-pointers for a total of 28 points. Jason Tatum, fresh off his Eastern Conference Player of the Week honors, added 15 points and 8 rebounds, and Derek White contributed 13 points and 8 assists. The game stayed tight through the 3 quarters, with both teams trading leads. Damian Lillard led the Bucks with 33 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, and Giannis Antetokounmpo put up 30 points, 10 boards, and 6 assists. But as we got to the end of the third, Peyton Pritchard hit a huge three-pointer, giving Boston a crucial 90-82 lead with just 0.4 seconds left in the quarter. From that point, the Celtics took control. They went on a massive 18-2 run, which carried into the fourth quarter, stretching their lead to 15 points. Pritchard continued his hot shooting, hitting yet another 3 during the Celtics surge. For the Bucks, it's their 3rd straight loss despite an incredible effort from their stars, Lillard and Giannis. They had a tough road game in Brooklyn the night before, and they just couldn't keep it up with Boston's offense late in the game. Meanwhile, Boston is now 4-0, and their three-point shooting is a huge factor. The Bulls managed a huge comeback and edged out the Grizzlies 126 to 123 in a high-intensity battle. And it was Zach LaVine leading the charge. LaVine was on fire, finishing with 30 points, including 11 huge points in the fourth quarter to spark a Bulls comeback. Chicago got some solid support from Vucevic, who put up 22 points, and Kobe White adding 20. Plus, Josh Giddey's all-around game was on full display with 12 points, 8 assists, and 13 rebounds. He also grabbed a key offensive board in the final seconds to help seal the win. For Memphis, Desmond Bane was lights out, scoring 30 points on 11 of 19 shooting, including 6 three-pointers. Jaren Jackson Jr. added 19 points, while Jake LaRivia chipped in 17. We even saw Scottie Pippen Jr. contribute with 14 points and 10 assists. The key moment came with about 9 minutes left in the fourth. The Bulls were down 106 to 98, and LaVine and Vucevic came back onto the floor. Chicago went on a 22-6 run, capped by a LaVine three-pointer, and they held the lead from there. In total, they outscored Memphis 33 to 23 in the fourth to complete the comeback. With the Bulls leading 126 to 123, Giddey split a pair of free throws, giving Memphis one last shot. Bane had a chance to tie it with a 3, but his shot just didn't fall. Kyrie Irving stepped up big for Dallas, scoring 23 points and hitting clutch threes to help the Mavs secure a 110-102 win. He was especially impactful in the first quarter, where he was scoreless until the final 40 seconds. But once he got going, he drained 2 threes back-to-back, setting the tone for the rest of the game. Klay Thompson also chipped in with 18 points, giving the Mavs the scoring support they needed. Unfortunately, it was a rough night for Jazz fans. Forward Taylor Hendricks had to be taken off on a stretcher in the third quarter due to a broken leg and dislocated ankle after a nasty fall. We're all hoping for a speedy recovery. Luka Doncic had a quiet night by his standards. He scored 15 points, grabbed 9 boards, and dished out 8 assists. He had an off night shooting, hitting only 1 of 9 from beyond the arc, but still made a key three-pointer with 2:34 left in the game, which helped secure the win for Dallas. On the Jazz side, Colin Sexton led the charge with 23 points, while Markkanen and George added 17 each. Despite their efforts, the Jazz struggled, especially with their shooting, finishing at just 37% from the floor and 28.6% from 3. Key moment of the game, when Dallas was up 101-95 with under 3 minutes left, PJ Washington had a big block on Walker Kessler, and Doncic sank that three-pointer right after, extending their lead to 9 and giving the Mavs the momentum they needed to close out the win. Overall, Kyrie was the only one from the Mavs' big three to find his shot consistently from deep, going 3 of 6. As for the Jazz, this makes 3 straight losses to start the season. Tough start for Utah. Last night, Kevin Durant led a comeback victory for the Suns, leading them to securing the win 109-105 over the Lakers. The Lakers came out of the gate strong, building a massive 26-8 lead by the first quarter. Anthony Davis was locked in, scoring 20 points before halftime on a solid 9 of 14 shooting. And all of this without LeBron even taking a shot early on, but the Suns weren't going to go down easy. Despite the early 18-point hole, the Suns fought back and even took a 50-48 lead by halftime. Booker and Durant took charge, with Booker ending the night with a team-high 33 points, and Durant right behind him with 30. It was clear the Suns were here to battle. The Lakers took a 7-point lead into the fourth, but the Suns turned up the heat. Durant hit back-to-back jumpers, pushing the Suns up 105-101 with just over 2 minutes left. Bron responded with a clutch three-pointer, trimming it to 105-104, but Phoenix held on tight. One of the biggest plays of the game came from Royce O'Neal, who nailed a critical floater with just over a minute left, securing a 107-104 lead. The Lakers couldn't close the gap, and the Suns pulled off the win. If you want more NBA highlights and recaps like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.